These are the plaintiffs, Jason and Denise Crane. Jason says the defendant's vicious and uncontrollable dog lunged at his poor defenseless cat, savagely picked him up by his head, and took a bite so deep, blood spurted out and onto his shirt. His poor cat now has a hole in his head and a piece of his skull lodged deep in his sinuses. And the guy won't pay for his vet bills? Some people. They're suing the doggone guy for $2,271.99, the amount they're owed. This is the defendant, Craig Fields. He says it was all the plaintiff's idea to see if his rescue dog, Dexter, would get along with his cat, because the plaintiffs were considering adopting him and wanted to see how they reacted towards one another. He never would have sanctioned such a thing. The plaintiffs are going around slandering his good name on the internet, and everything that happened is 100% the plaintiff's fault. He's accused of a cat catastrophe. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for defamation of character.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay. Jason and Denise Crane?
Yep.
Yes. You are suing the New York Bully Crew, represented here by Craig Fields. You are the owner?
Yes.
Okay. For $2,271.99 in vet bills, defamation, and pain and suffering. You have a counterclaim against him for $5,000 in defamation. First, I have to ask you, what is the New York Bully Crew?
We're a 501c3 rescue. We specialize in rescuing abandoned, abused, and neglected pit bulls. But we do rescue all kinds of dogs, and we have rescued some cats and a monkey in the past as well.
A monkey, okay.
Yes.
And all right, this particular dog.
Well, he's a service dog. He's not the dog
Dexter.
in question.
This is not the dog in question.
Correct.
Okay. And the dog in question, you've already placed somewhere?
Well, no, he's actually still up for adoption.
He's still up for adoption.
Yes.
And you didn't bring him here. Why?
Well, because they said I couldn't bring him because he's not a service dog.
First of all, let me just tell you that I have every single day the animals in question in my courtroom. Okay? So I am pretty sure that no one on my staff told you cannot bring the animal because it's not a service animal. I don't know why you didn't actually bring me Dexter if you still have Dexter, other than maybe Dexter is not well behaved. But in any event, is this dog your service dog?
Yes.
You need a service dog?
Yes.
I don't know. You look like you're about to kick all of our behinds. But you need a service dog to do what? Calm your nerves?
Yeah.
You're a nervous fellow?
Yep, I'm nervous.
You don't strike me as a nervous fellow, pal. All right, what's going on, folks?
Well, driving home from the supermarket on a Saturday, see a sign for a pet fair. My kids want to go, so we go to the pet fair. I see Craig and this dog, Dexter. The dog was friendly with the kids. Him and I have a conversation. In essence, I could never adopt this dog. I have 3 kids, 2 cats, and a dog that I told him was temperamental also.
So why are you stopping at the pet fair with your 3 kids?
We were just stopping there to look at the animals.
You don't know what it's like to stop at a pet fair with kids? You know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, well,
all right.
So either way, he gives me a sales pitch about how great this dog is. It lived with 3 cats. It's the best dog I have, da-da-da, so forth. Do a meet and greet, he called it. We'll send a trained handler to your house to meet the animals. He has like a system that I guess he does, but when he sent the girl to the house to do the meet and greet, she told me it's the first meet and greet she's ever done. So she's on the phone with him getting details on how to go about the meet and greet. We get in the backyard after doing the walk around, and
is a person who did the meet and greet here? Okay, you can come on up because I'm going to be asking you questions in a second. Go ahead.
So we get in the backyard and we unleash the dogs per her instructions, and the
dogs plural?
My dog and the pit bull in question.
Okay.
We unleashed the dogs.
Is this the first time the dogs are looking at each other?
No, we walked around the block, whatever, for a half hour. And so they kind of got to know each other a little bit. So we unleashed the dogs per her instructions. This dog, literally, I was putting the leash on the barbecue. The dog went straight up, grabbed the cat by his head.
How far?
I'm talking
your
5
yard
feet.
is how big?
Well, the distance from where we're standing when we unleash the dogs to the back door.
So like what, 12, 15 feet?
10 feet tops.
Okay.
The dog walks straight over to the cat before I even noticed that the cat's there.
Wait, hold up. Stop.
All right, sorry.
So the cat is in the backyard?
The cat was sitting on the steps.
Okay, is your backyard fenced in or not?
Yes.
Okay, but you don't notice the cat when you're taking...
No, we did. Well, that was the thing, is we noticed the cat and we said, oh, my cat's name is Christian. I said, Christian's at the back door. Should we bring him in? She said, no, he's good with cats. So we took our dog off the leash. They took Dexter off the leash. The dog had no warning. He didn't bark. He didn't growl. He just walked right up to the cat. We thought it took the cat by the neck.
What did the dog do?
Grabbed the cat by the head. She ran over and grabbed the dog. At this point, this is how fast it happened, is that I wasn't even at the steps yet by the time she got the dog off. She got the dog to let go of the cat. The cat was stumbling around the backyard, trying to jump over the fence. He couldn't get over the fence. I guess he found a hole by the front. So we're running around like crazy. I grabbed the pet carrier. We're running around chasing, which I don't know where he got his information, but he claims that I said, let's see what happens. That's his big claim. I don't know what that means, but apparently I said, let's see what happens.
Did you?
Absolutely not. Not even close.
Isn't that what you're all there for, to see what happens?
Well,
Exactly, but we're trusting that the representative from his organization that comes to my house to handle a pit bull, to meet my animals, is giving us the proper instructions.
And when she said, oh, he's really good with cats, then you folks,
well, it comes
and she made the decision to take everybody off leash.
It turned out that his only basis for this good with cats thing is just that the guy that surrendered him wrote on there that he's good with cats. That was it.
What happened with the cat? The cat then kind of scurried off?
The cat was gone for about 30 hours, maybe a little more. So we spent a good part of 2 days searching for this cat. All of my neighbors, everybody. She's out there in the middle of the night. Finally, we found him the next day around 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Where was the cat?
He was under a shed down the street from my house.
Okay, you tell me your side of this. Tell me about what happens. I've heard their perspective. I want to hear your perspective.
I went to their house with Dexter and I explained to them we have certain steps that we take. First, we do an hour walk, and then we unleash the dogs in the backyard if the walk goes okay. When I told them that it would be an hour walk, the husband told me that that wasn't in their schedule for the day. So I had to call Craig and confirm with him to see if it would be okay if we only did a half an hour. So we took the half-hour walk. The dog seemed fine. Everything went okay. And I said, okay, the next step would be to bring them into the backyard. So we went into the backyard. I took a look around, didn't see the cat. So the wife then noticed the cat and said, oh, honey, the cat's outside. And looked at me and said, is that okay? And I was like, oh, you might want to pick the cat up.
And then?
And I looked at the husband. He said, no, he's supposed to be good with cats. That's what Craig said. So let's see what happens. Once I saw the cat, I started to move over to the porch. At the time he got the cat, I was right there to get him off.
Right. Now, you found the cat at the 30-hour mark and took the cat to the vet. Do you have the vet bills?
Yes.
So I can see what happened to the cat?
Could I say one thing?
Yeah, just a moment. Let me hear from you.
Well, I just wanted to say a couple of things. I mean, it's not customary that we would introduce a cat and a dog in a yard, and Chanel knows that.
If that's the protocol and she knows it, why didn't you put Dexter back on leash once?
Honestly, there was no time, to be honest.
Is your cat declawed?
Yes.
I didn't think that they would be outside if they were declawed.
Well,
No,
plenty of people have declawed cats that are outside.
No, I know.
It's not a great idea.
No, I know.
But it's particularly not a good idea if, in fact, you are introducing a pit bull into the backyard.
Correct.
The actual vet bills themselves are $147. What was wrong with the cat?
He had a cracked skull and the bone went into his sinus.
Oh my gosh. I'm reading the notes from the doctor quoting you. Meet and greet turned into meet and eat.
I'd like to give him credit for that, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah. Is that him?
That's his.
Oh, that's funny. Everybody's very lucky. Okay. Okay. You're suing for $1,000 for defamation of character. Can you explain that?
Yes. First of all, I never said, let's see what happens. That was his big thing. First my wife had put on Facebook that the dog killed the cat because we thought the dog killed the cat.
First, I inboxed New York Bully Crew on Facebook.
No, the other
The
messages.
initial one was private, and then I wanted to get out that the dog was not good with cats, and I wrote on their wall, I wrote, Dexter killed my cat. Do not trust him. I did write that.
Okay, you have that? Let's see what that is.
I'm just going to tell you, I have all of the defamation that they did to us.
Okay.
As far as
do you have any records of the defamation you're suing for?
Yeah, this is his little forum that
Okay,
he let
and
everybody.
what is the defamation? What did he say about you?
He allowed everybody that's a member of his thing to write things like,
Wait,
won't be
you
going to this S for
stop. You wrote a public in a social media. This is important because you got 3 girls behind you. I have 3 girls too. Okay, so if we're going to teach them, say it, forget it, write it, regret it, then we kind of got to watch ourselves on social media too. So tell me, you wrote his dog killed my cat, and then what did he do? He let other people.
No, he deleted all of our stuff, wrote his own version of the story, and then allowed people to comment only on this, not on our comments. Our comments were deleted.
Okay, but it's his wall.
But it's about me, and then he allows everybody to bash me like it's a Jay Crane bashing.
Okay,
forum
let me see it.
That's
let
what
me
this
see
is.
it. Let me see it.
And embarrassingly enough, there's somebody I know on there bashing me too.
Who took it to the Facebook level, to that childish level?
I did because I couldn't get a hold of him. So I first
So what did you
inboxed him
wait? I
initially.
want to know. Does anybody have what she wrote on the wall the first time?
Yes, I do. This is the very first one when we posted a picture of Dexter. That's the first thing that she said.
This here?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So now I want to get to your defamation claim. What did he say that constitutes legal defamation? Did he lie about you?
He lied about me
Lied about you how?
by stating that I was responsible for the dog attack. I said, it's okay, let him attack my dog, my cat of 10
he said
years.
that you said, okay, it's okay, let him attack my cat?
It never happened, and he
No,
wrote that.
stop. Listen to what you're saying. Did he say, you said, let's see what happens?
Yes.
Or did he say, you said, let that dog attack my cat?
It's the same thing. Let's
No,
see what
it's
happens
not.
is what he says I said.
What did he say?
Welcome back to the People's Court, Harvey. 11 years. So the question is, the defendant responsible for these vet bills? What do you think?
I don't think so because it was invited in, so she had to know.
Well, that's fair enough. The dog was invited in.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If you're invited in, then it can't be her fault if she gave consent.
Kind of dumb, though, that the cat's declawed and they still invited the dog in, right?
This is true.
What do you think?
That was very, that was very cruel.
Cruel?
Cruel to hurt the poor cat.
But it was a dog, not the person.
Yeah, that's right, the person.
So sue the pit bull.
So sure.
Okay. Going inside the courtroom.
I said to the both of them we should pick up the cat, and he said no. Craig said Dexter's good with cats. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so that's where he gets it from. So how is it him imposing a lie on you in a public forum to besmirch your
lying to
reputation?
you right now.
And my,
Okay.
my
All right.
daughters were there
And
also.
then now you have a counterclaim against them for $5,000 for defamation of character. Show me what you want me to look at on
Well,
Facebook.
it's all there. That my dog killed their cat, viciously killed their cat, and I'm lucky it wasn't their children. So the
okay,
cat.
and what lie did they state?
The cat was dead. It wasn't dead.
Okay,
That's a lie.
We know about that. Is there
Okay.
anything
Oh,
else?
well, yeah, let me just
Okay, hand
see,
that back
please.
to him a second.
Thank you. Thanks. That I wasn't returning their calls. Oh, he's a coward. He blocked me from defending myself.
Okay, folks, these are
Okay.
all.
No,
this
all
is
right,
America.
all right, so-
you guys
so-
can trash each other like children on
all right,
Facebook.
so that the
Girls,
cat was
don't
dead.
do this. Okay, this is really bad. Like, don't trash people on Facebook and then later turn around and say, "Oh, I didn't know that somebody was going to read it." Yeah, y'all took to a public little forum, and then 600 people start going and putting their 2 cents. That is Facebook. Okay. But other than the cat is dead, which they thought the cat was because they couldn't find
We're a rescue. We survive on donations when dogs get adopted.
Yeah.
And they're going on my page saying that my dog killed their cat. So who's going to want to adopt a dog from us if our dog is going to people's houses and killing cats? When it didn't happen. Of course we deleted the comment because the cat wasn't dead.
Right. Okay, but you're suing for $5,000. That's why I'm pointing out that you immediately ameliorated the situation for yourself by deleting it off of your wall, which is your perfect right. Don't get me wrong. But show me $5,000 worth of damages.
Well, I mean,
okay. This dog came to my home today. Okay. This dog came to my home today and killed my cat. Just glad
I'm
it was
just laughing
not.
because our mouth is so big.
I'm sorry?
Your mouth is huge.
Is it? I guess in the printing, it's like 1-point font. All right. This dog came to my home today and killed my cat. Just glad it was not my children. We are all heartbroken. In addition, we all, including my children, had to witness the dog killing my cat. The trainer had stated that this dog grew up with 3 cats. Obviously, he was lying. The rescue did not even call us back when we wanted to tell them what happened. Do you have a phone record that you called them back?
Yes, I do. There's a phone record. I called him at 402. His number's 880.
What's wrong?
I called him at
405. He
Yep.
calls you.
Yep.
So why are you saying that he never called you back? He
The
called you.
incident happened at 1 o'clock.
That was after I texted
Okay, but you
him.
understand the difference between he never called me back and he called me back 3 hours later?
But I didn't know he called me back because my husband was sleeping for work
but you
and he
said it in
called his
court
cell
today.
phone.
You said it
He
in
said he was
court
looking
today.
for the cat the
I
whole time.
texted
How
him
could he be
about the
sleeping?
vet bills, and he called me to yell at me and basically tell me to shut up.
Okay. All right, folks, let's discuss a couple of things. First of all, I want to tell you, and this is really important to me, that I am really sorry for what you and your children had to witness. And I tell you this as someone who rescued a dog who belonged to a neighbor who the police were going to take. And in order to help my neighbors, I brought that dog into my yard. Someone else opened a door. My declawed cat came out, and my declawed cat did not fare as well as your declawed cat. And it happened in front of my 3 girls when they were that age. So trust me when I tell you that I am not insensitive to the pain that you folks went through. Okay? And maybe that is something that contributes to my understanding that they are animals. And as much as we love our pets and as much as we are animal lovers, everybody just needs to be a little more careful than everybody was. And by everybody, I do mean everybody. All right? I don't have to come to the conclusion of whether or not he actually said, let's see what happens. Because I know what did happen by everybody's testimony is that the dogs were brought into the backyard and that dog was taken off of a leash. So it was wrong on both your parts. As far as I am concerned, the 2 vet bills, okay, this is not a pain and suffering case, even though when I say that, I cannot tell you how much I sympathize with your pain and your suffering, okay? This is not that kind of a case. This is, from what I have seen on everybody's little Facebook entries, this is not a defamation case on either of your parts, so 0 on the defamation claim. What I am most concerned with are the vet bills. And the way I'm going to rule, because I think it's really important for everybody here to get the message, is that you're splitting the vet bills. I find in favor of the plaintiffs in this case for half of the vet bills, $125.99. And as for the counterclaim, I don't think that people venting what they believe to be true on Facebook, lucky for everyone in this room, is a lawsuit. Good luck, folks.
Well, so they'll be splitting the vet bills. Fair?
No, not fair.
Why not?
It's not fair. When you trust a handler to handle the animal, she should be responsible for handling the animal, period.
How traumatized? I saw
She
tears
was up
in your
crying
eyes.
all night, this one. This
Girl-
one was up crying all night. All night long, crying.
Tell us what it was like.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. That's all right. Head right around the corner this way, and let's see what the dog rescuers have to say. Hey, doggy, I'm not going to pet the dog.
That's all right.
Is that okay? If I did, you'd be friendly?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Splitting the vet bills?
I mean, we would have did that anyway. So the reason why we didn't is because they took it to Facebook instead.
What about changing your protocol when you introduce a dog like this or any dog to cats?
Well, I mean, we just didn't follow protocol. It would have been on the leash, and she did see the cat. And when she
survey the area.
well, that's the only thing that she didn't do correctly was make sure that there was no cats in the backyard. But that's human error. Sometimes that happens.
All right, Harvey.
So the judge said that there's no pain and suffering in this case. That's because I think the law is stupid, but pets are not considered like human beings. They're property. And under the law, you can't award pain and suffering for property. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.